Man, we gotta talk football, man. We really do. This weekend really got some people talking. I mean, I'm on the Portuguese website, the Portuguese news, and they talking about France and Mbappe and the situation there, bro. Like, everybody's making this a really big deal. So if you guys don't know, let me get you caught up really quickly, because today Mbappe, right, gets subbed off in his PSG game. Also, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying. If you enjoy the football talk, make sure to hit that big thumbs up, because I'm gonna say some things here that maybe a lot of people aren't gonna agree with, but we got to talk about it. So, big game between Marseille and PSG. In France, this is a really big game. If you guys don't know, this is the big one, right? Like, big game in France. And, well, anyways, PSG receives a red card in the 40th minute, and they take the lead in the 53rd minute, PSG does. They're up 1-0 against Marseille when Mbappe gets subbed off. And the way he looks at Luis Enrique, and some people are even saying they read his lips, and the things he says towards Luis Enrique is not good, dude. It's not good, dude. So anyway, sounds like a little bit of, bad mouthing or whatever towards Luis Enrique. And then the guy he gets subbed out for was Gonçalo Ramos, I'm pretty sure. And Gonçalo Ramos, my ex-Benfica man, vamos, Gonçalo Ramos, you know what I'm saying? He bags one in the 85th minute. Now, I want to talk about this. One, we got to make this very simple, very clear, and very understanding to everybody. Mbappe being frustrated for getting subbed off should not be linked with anything about not signing, re-signing, anything like that. Because look, when Cristiano Ronaldo used to get subbed off, he would be furious, bro. I'm talking about he was ready to kick bottles, throw shirts, throw captain armbands. I personally think that Mbappe showing frustration is a good thing. I think it shows that he wants to play, he wants to give his all for the shirt, and he's still very much committed to PSG. Because for the rest of the season, by the way, because if he was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm leaving to Madrid or to wherever at the end of the year, I don't care. When they subbed him out, he would just smile and walk off the field, right? Like, there would be no care in the world because, well, you know what, I'm leaving. But Mbappe still cares. Mbappe's still showing that he doesn't want to be subbed off. He wants to play every minute. He wants to give his all for the shirt and the badge, which for me, I personally think is a great thing. And I also want to talk to PSG fans really quickly before we go on to my next conversation, which is Real Madrid and Rodrygo and stuff. To PSG fans, I've been seeing a lot of PSG fans make videos very mad at Mbappe, calling him a rat to get him out the club, just constant abuse. And I personally think this is just uncalled for. I think that over the years that Mbappe was there, he gave everything for the shirt. I don't think that the board had the best intentions at times. For example, was Neymar or Messi signing the best for the club at the time, the best for Mbappe at the time? I'm not sure. None of us are. If it would have worked out, then we would have said yes, but it didn't work out. So at the end of the day, when you really kind of evaluate what Mbappe did, I mean, the only thing Mbappe could have done different is re-signed and stayed his whole career at PSG, which would make PSG fans happy. But realistically, for a European player trying to win Ballon d'Ors and win the top things in European football, eventually you have to leave your country. Happens in Portugal, happens for Argentinian players over there in South America that want to win stuff in Europe. They have to leave. A lot of players don't want to leave their country and leave their teams, but if you want to achieve the top of football, you have to. Unfortunately, right now, PSG is not the same team as a Real Madrid or the same team as a City in European football. And I don't mean that in a way where they can't win a Champions League. I think they can. I mean, it's much harder to win a Ballon d'Or at PSG than it is to do at La Liga or at Man City or anywhere, because there's so many eyeballs on those leagues. So it's nothing against PSG. I just think Mbappe wants to take that next step in his career. With that being said, I think he could have left it, and PSG should have left it in a way where they sold Mbappe. So when they came to terms to an agreement extension, I think they should have sold him so PSG could have benefited from getting money in, and the fans would have been able to see him leave in a different light, because allowing him to walk looks like he doesn't want to be there no more. Looks like he doesn't care about the fans no more. So had they sold him, it would have looked like a very better ending for PSG and a very, very better ending for Mbappe. But I guess the PSG owners thought that they would be able to make it happen, make him stay, and well, I mean, I think we all knew that wasn't going to happen. With that being said, looks like he's going to Madrid, right? If he does go to Madrid, Madrid has to play him at the 9. That's it. Madrid has to play him at the 9, Because I'm going to just say something to y'all real quick, and I don't care what y'all can L me. Y'all can say I'm stupid. I have no ball knowledge. You cannot let Rodrygo get benched or sold. You can't. Rodrygo is a phenomenal football player. And if you let this guy walk, if you let this guy get away, if you let this guy go somewhere else, I believe it's a mistake for Real Madrid. I believe that is a type of player you want on your team. Gets a lot of assists, gets a lot of goals, constantly involved. When Vinny was hurt, he stepped up, still playing well to this day. You put him on the left side, which is his preferred side, he plays even better. He's playing out of position most of the time at Real Madrid and still performs. This is the type of player that you want on your team. You put him on the left, he could play. You put him on the right, he could play. You put him wherever you want to put him, and he's going to play for you. This is the type of player you want on your team. This is the type of player you want to be giving a lot of time for. And I think Real Madrid would be crazy to let this guy go so they could have like Mbappe on the wing and Vinny on the wing and somebody else at the 9 or something. I just don't think it's smart. I think that it should be Mbappe at the 9, and if he's not happy playing the 9, don't sign him, bro. Because Vinny, Rodrygo on the wings with Jude at the cam, with the right number 9, this team is going to be phenomenal for years to come. So is Mbappe the best fit at Real Madrid if he plays the 9? And we all know he can play the 9. We all know he prefers the wing. But guess what? Ronaldo was also a winger. At some point in his career, they moved him to the 9. Mbappe, I think, needs to, if he wants to, be that guy in football. And if he wants to be on a team that's going to succeed, you give Real Madrid the best job, the best chance to succeed by playing the 9 and playing the 9 well. So you go to the 9 and you allow Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo to figure out who should be on the left and who should be on the right with Jude Bellingham behind them. I think this is the best way for Real Madrid moving forward. And the more that I watch Rodrygo play and the more that I see Rodrygo play, the more I am just 100% sure about what I'm saying here. If you look at what he did in the most recent game against Atletico Bilbao, he picked up an 8th minute goal, which was a stunner, then a 73rd minute goal where he kind of just was running off the wing and put the ball into the back of the net. Rodrygo was outstanding. And I don't know what his rating in this game was, but I'm pretty sure it was well above a 7 because he was just absolutely remarkable, lads. He was incredibly good picking up 2 goals from the left. But again, this was when he was on the left. He performs better on the left because he can cut inside, bang on his right. But at the end of the day, he still performs very good when he's on the right. So the more I look at this situation of Mbappe being so frustrated at Real Madrid, at PSG when he gets subbed out, and then I look at Vinicius Jr. and what he's doing, Rodrygo, I just think that this could be outstanding or this could be a disaster, because I think that if you let Rodrygo go to like a Liverpool or something like that, because I feel like Liverpool would be a team that was interested in him. If you allow him to leave, man, you're going to make a European team very strong with him. Rodrygo, again, in my opinion, is a phenomenal player. I think every Barcelona fan watching, if you're watching this video, you would probably take him at Barca. I know I would take him at any of my, like if Benfica could afford a player like that, I would love to have him. Rodrygo is just phenomenal, dude. I think he's a really, 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 really good player. Now, I can't tell you, I want to look it up, his stats for this season, because I feel like his stats for this season have been pretty good. Let's see, man. So Rodrygo this season in La Liga has played 29 matches. Is that right? Are we already at 29 matches in La Liga? Does that sound right to you guys? Or was that last season? I feel like that doesn't sound right. How many games have they? They have not played 29 games. That has to be last year, right? That's got it. How many games? Oh, wow. Yeah, today was 30. Wow, we're already 30 games in. Wow, okay. In La Liga, this was 29 games. We're at 30. 30 was today. 29 games, 8 goals, 5 assists. Change that. 30 games, 10 goals, 5 assists. That's pretty good for a player that's out of position. Let's just keep it fully honest with each other. That is pretty good for a player that is out of position because he's been playing on the right when I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be on the left, right? That's where he plays better, at least. 30 games played, 10 goals, 5 assists. But we're not done there. In the Champions League, he's played 8 games. He scored 3 goals, and he has 2 assists. Copa del Rey, 2 games played, 1 goal. Super Cup, 2 games played, 1 goal, 1 assist. In 41 matches, he has 13 goals and 8 assists. So what's that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 21 goals in 41 games. Lads, that's incredible. That's very, very good numbers, especially when you play with players like Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Valverde, Modric, Toni Kroos. These are all players that can finish the ball. So the fact that you're putting up those type of numbers, this is not something that you walk away from, bro. I know Mbappe is Mbappe and his numbers are phenomenal. If I bring up Mbappe's numbers right now, everybody will freak out because they're so good. But at the end of the day, allowing this guy to leave would be a mistake. You got to have him on the right. You got to have Mbappe at the 9. And I hope they're signing him for the 9, bro, because like I said, if they're not, then this is not really. I hope when Madrid signs him, I hope they sit him down and say, hey, do you sure you want to come here? Because we have Vinny and we have Rodrygo. These are our wingers. You're not going to be able to play the wing a lot. You're more going to be at the 9. If there's an injury, we'll put you on the wing. We'll try to rotate guys, like kind of swing, but mostly you're going to be at the 9. We're not saying you won't play the wing sometimes, but you're going to be the 9. If they have that conversation with him and they can get that to work, then I think personally they got something special. But yeah, man, the way I saw him getting frustrated, getting subbed out and stuff, I think that's perfectly normal for a football player, especially a football player of his caliber, the top that he's at, like how he sees it, how he, then I think that's completely normal, right? He wants to be the best. You should be getting upset when you get subbed off. So at the end of the day, bottom line is this. I'm okay with Mbappe getting mad subbed off. I don't think he's doing PSG dirty by not re-signing. I think he's just trying to get to the next step in football. No disrespect to PSG. It's just the way that the football works, unfortunately. I'm a Benfica fan. No one looks at the Portuguese league like that. And the truth is, like, you have to play in England or Spain to get a lot of hype. Even when you play in the Bundesliga, people don't hype you up enough. So that's just the way football is, man. So he's going there to kind of get the hype that he feels like he deserves and the Ballon d'Ors that he feels like he deserves, I would imagine. And then Rodrygo, I feel like he's a player you just can't let slip, because this, for me, is a top player and should be at a top team, and Real Madrid have a stud. They shouldn't sell him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this conversation, but just something I kind of want to get off my chest because I think he's a phenomenal player. Thank y'all for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.